we talk about maintenance. Now, one of the big advantages of Alfa Laval heat exchangers is the use of a bearing box. And we're the only company that actually uses these. The philosophy that Alfa Laval approaches the design of the frames is to use as less number of bolts as possible, but of a bigger diameter. Now, in the pressure vessel calculation, you have to reach a certain bolt area. And we get that by having large diameter, so M39 bolts in the norm, and on the high pressure we go to M48 bolts. They are a rolled thread bolt, not a cut thread, which makes them stronger, and the diameters increase as well. But on at least 4 main bolts of the frame, we put a bearing box, and the nut itself rotates on the bearing. From a maintenance point of view, that makes it so much easier for the maintenance crews to unbolt and bolt up the frames. Now, other suppliers go in a different direction. They use relatively small bolts and a lot of them. And typically we might have 6 bolts on our heat exchanger, 4 of the bolts sitting on these bearing boxes. One of our competitors might have 16 bolts of half the diameter. And so the maintenance crews spend a lot more time undoing the exchanger. Those bolts are susceptible for snapping when they put too much load on them, because they don't have the same strength. So these are the quaint differences. When we have connections on the pressure plate, both ends, one used to have to basically unbolt feet from the pressure plate, take them off and everything else. Now we have these swing feet. They swing out of the road, so you don't have to worry about that. We have a 5-point alignment system on the plate. So we lock the plate in by the top carrying bar at 3 locations and 2 locations at the bottom. So that allows us that if one plate is damaged and steps sideways for whatever reason, it doesn't take the rest of the plate pack with it. There's a number of competitors which don't do that, and we go on site to service the heat exchanger and we see the plate pack which is called snaking. It's basically not aligned straight. Essentially, some of the plates are stepped sideways and taken the rest of the plate pack with it. You might as well throw the plate pack away. They're very weak up in this area. On our bigger heat exchangers, we actually weld a hanger there to strengthen that plate. You're talking about 0.5, 0.6 millimeters. So you'll see a spot welded plate, top and bottom on the plate, and that is to add extra strength for the large, heavy plates to improve their alignment. So yeah, so there's just some of the features that we're bringing in, or have brought in already. We made it easier to pick the heat exchangers up with location hook recesses. So a client gets a heat exchanger out of the box, they put a shackle up on those hooks and they can pick it up and locate it on site quite safely. So, but we've got a whole series of brochures on that, and Saria can supply that to you. I guess passion for heat exchangers started off 45 years ago. When I first started with Alfa Laval, I was taught by a couple of old codgers, and we were actually on a time-shared system with our computers going back to Cleveland. And over the years we've progressed into handheld calculators, then to laptops, and our design programs have improved. But there was a past president of our thermal division who came out here and he said once that once heat exchanger gets into your blood, it's hard to get it out. And I guess I've been one of those people who are affected. So it's just been a lifelong passion about heat exchangers, and I've absorbed everything I could on them. So Alfa Laval is the company that everyone chases. So we are market leaders in the development. Many of our patents are taken up when they expire by our opposition. And so we're in our 4th generation of heat exchangers today with the T-Series. We've kept in front of our competitors from a technological point of view. But Alfa Laval is not only a heat exchanger company, we are a company that's quite varied into separation, sanitary flow equipment, membranes, complete brewery systems. When I started, we were very much a dairy industry, and so I was designing pasteurisers for dairies for a number of years. So it's been a really wide and varied company to work for, and if you don't like one part of the company, you can move to other parts. So for 15 years I worked in the service division. Now I'm finishing off with Alfa Laval in the refrigeration division, selling evaporators and condensers. So it allows people to move around and really pick up what they want, what they enjoy most.